I have this little speech here, and I have this podium. Is it better for me to be in the front or behind you? Wherever I want, okay. I'm gonna put that. All right. I'm not used to being behind the podium, and I feel like I'm hiding, but I hope you guys can all hear me. Yes? So we have, what time is it right now? 8? Okay. So you know that our dinner is ending at 10, so I have a lot of time. Thank you. So I want to say good evening, every single person over here. I want to say thank you so much for your attendance. Thank you for all the CCIM chapter members, guests, as well as our chapter sponsors, and also our event sponsors. And I really appreciate it, so I hope that you do understand how grateful I am that you guys are here to support this event. But tonight, I also want to recognize the presence of my husband, very loving and patient husband, John. He's right there, taking video. Also, my 3 children, Matthew, Nathaniel, and Elizabeth. They are eating there. They are the ones who's been like listening to me talking about CCIM, and for many, many years. So they literally grew up with CCIM. So they call me. I said, like, what do people ask you? What's your mom's name? They're like, Helen Chong CCIM. Like, that's right. And also my Haylen team, Peter, Susanna, and Anthony. I call them my Haylen team, but to be honest with you, they are actually my family. Peter is my brother-in-law, and Susanna, I grew up with her since she was 5, I was 6. And Anthony, literally, we worked together since he was 20, and he keeps reminding me how he's half of my age. But really, we're kind of like brother and sister. We joke around, and I'm absolutely so grateful that they are here tonight. But you know, tonight is even more special is because my father is here. My father, representing both my mom and him, to be here. My dad is leaving tomorrow back to Asia to visit his brand new 5th grandchild. Not 21st grandchild like Kevin Cole, but 5th is pretty good for us. And I wanted him to be here to witness this because I'm introducing him to this new world that I am in. I put them through a lot of struggle when I decided to come to this country in 1996. And it was a lot of heartaches and a lot of pain for them. So I wanted him to recognize this tonight. He may not understand what I'm saying, but maybe it's better that way. But, thank you so much, Dad. Thank you so much, Dad, for being here. Feel so honored to be here and to be given this opportunity to serve in 2020. Since end of 2018, I started working with Aziz and our leadership team, and just like what he was saying earlier, you know, he made sure that we know this is not his year. He said he's trying to lay down this plan so that we all going to continue, and he made sure that our visions are aligned before we start planning it. So because of this Aziz's leadership, we had such a successful 2019. So I cannot be more grateful that I have somebody so great to go after. I hope I can let you be proud next year in 2020 and continue this. And I know with our new leadership team, Tim Tran, Stella, and also Tim Tukalski, I'm very confident that we're going to make this even better and continue your legacy. And so I think a lot of you might think that, so how did she get here? Now, I know I don't really seem to fit into this typical commercial real estate broker profile, and not to mention, I don't really resemble any of the past presidents that you have met tonight. In 2018, I put together a past presidents panel, actually included Aziz at the time, and I was the moderator because I was supposed to be the 2020 president. And I was moderating, I was asking questions, and I looked over there, 6 of the past presidents and president, they all have some kind of facial hair on them. And they have either beard hope I'm not gonna gain some facial hair after 2020. Well, all joking aside, you guys probably know that I actually started off as a residential broker. I am still a residential broker, but I do commercial real estate. CCIM designees are considered the leading experts in commercial real estate, and those CCIMs, they do just commercial real estate only. And we all know that commercial real estate and residential real estate are very, very different. Not only because of the demographic of each industry, but also the psychology of our clients and our colleagues, as well as the valuation method. So most CCIMs, they do specialize in one, or most brokers, they specialize in one or the other. And I feel like those people who can specialize in both, you've got to have some kind of split personality in order to do so, and I'm very blessed with that. That's why I'm able to be a psychologist for our residential clients, but at the same time I can be an analyst for our commercial real estate clients. And about 7 years ago, our family, my husband and I, we moved up here from LA with our eldest son, and I was pregnant with my second child at the time. And I had to start my business all over again. So I was desperately trying to tell people that, hey, I'm a residential broker, but I do know how to do analysis because I already started investing in multifamily. And so I feel like the only way for people to really know who I am and what my expertise is, I had to get a designation that represents commercial real estate, and that's when I found CCIM. But I wasn't sure about all the hype that people have been talking about, so I took that foundation class that they offer, 2 days foundation class. You know, it's kind of like, once I took that class, it's like you eating sugar and you couldn't stop, and you get addicted to it, you just keep eating. It was kind of like that. I just kept taking those classes, and then I went ahead and took CI 101, 102, 103, 104. And during this time, I had my second child, Nathaniel. Then I got pregnant again, and then I had my third. So it took me 4 years to finish to get my destination. But I have to say, the reason why my kids are so good with math is because of those classes. They got educated with CCIM analysis, so I highly, highly recommend these classes if you do plan on having children soon. And around this time when I'm taking classes, I also want to know, like, who are CCIMs? I want to meet these people. So I decided that I'm going to come to the luncheon meeting, driving all the way from San Jose to Oakland. And I was just sitting in the back of the room, and then I was observing, and the people were talking, doing, speakers, teaching about commercial real estate. For some reason, the words did not go through my head. They kind of went over my head. I could not understand anything they were saying, even though I've been doing multifamily investments myself already. And I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I need to stick with this and be persistent. I need to come here every single month to sit here. Because 2 things will happen. One is that people will start noticing me. Secondly, words will start making sense to me. So that's what I did, and I've been coming to the luncheon meeting every single month. Then one day, Tim Tran came up to me, and I recognized him. He was a student, a classmate from CI 104. And I was like, hey, and then he goes, hey, you know what? I got this 100-unit deal that I'm trying to put a proposal on. And he overheard that I work in multifamily. And at the time, he was an industrial leasing agent. So I said, sure, let's do this. Never done such a big deal before. And then so we put our heads together, we collaborated, and then we put together a proposal, and sure enough, we won that listing. And then it was a $13 million listing, and since then, it's all history. We've collaborated and worked together in so many deals that I lost count, to be honest with you. But that's the kind of caliber of people you find in this chapter. Since then, I have referred businesses to vendors, I have received businesses, referrals, and I have just won a listing won an offer with Steve Peterson earlier this year. This chapter had so many high caliber people that I feel so confident when I refer my clients to the vendors or the sponsors and members here. So I just can't say enough good things about the people that I've met so far. And then 2014, I gave birth, and then I took a couple months off. Sure enough, Mark Hinkins, as soon as he saw me, and he was like, hey, do you want to volunteer for one of the committees? I'm like, okay, sure, I just gave birth, but yeah. And then I went on and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, not sure what I was doing. Then a year later, they said, do you want to be part of the board? I'm like, okay, yes, I will. Then another year later, Eric Grant came up to me and said, this is end of 2016, he's like, hey, I want to nominate you to be part of the executive leadership team, meaning you start from secretary with a goal that you're going to become the president in 2020. Are you going to, do you want to do that? And to be honest with you, I wasn't ready to be the president in 2020. I didn't really know everything about this chapter yet. I felt kind of lost. But at the same time, I said, yeah, I'll take that challenge. I have 3 years, right, to prepare for that. And so immediately the next year, I went on to the chapter officer training by the Institute. And since then, I've learned, I've observed all the board members, leadership team, and everybody, and I've learned so much how they work and what's good and what's not good. So I truly appreciate the confidence that you guys have given me all these years and made me who I am today. So, thank you. So besides I volunteer at CCIM, as mentioned earlier, in the past 7 years, I also volunteer at the Santa Clara County Association of Realtors. And so a lot of people actually ask me this question, is that why are you volunteering so much, without pay, and on top of work, on top of family? And to be honest with you, the answer is not simple. Earlier this year, I actually had a really big struggle. I struggled with the fact that my father had a really serious open heart surgery, and spent a lot of time making sure that he's going to recover. And then, of course, our 3 children, their demanding schedule. Then I was hosting this broker forum for CCIM, and then I was doing rebranding and restructuring of my company with Side. And then on top of that, I was writing a book. I'm attending CCIM conferences and Forbes speaker conferences, and I'm still volunteering at SCORE, Santa Clara County Association of Realtors. So I did have some moments of weaknesses, and I broke down. And I shared that with my husband, and being the Marine in him, he just asked me one question and solved my problem. He just said, are you going to be happy or happier or feel more fulfilled if you quit or reduce time spent in any of these things that you're talking about? And we went over each item, and I said, no. And he goes, okay then, you have answered your own question, because if it is tough it out, and then keep going. After that, I really felt so much better, because things cannot be always smooth. Getting here is not as simple and as smooth as it seems, but it does require sacrifices. And volunteering at these places, CCIM, really gave me that fulfillment. And I feel like it is also on my honor and pride to be able to juggle so many things, especially taking care of my family and my father when he needs me the most. So that's why I'm here today. And then 3 weeks ago, we had our strategic meeting with our new leadership team. I cannot tell you how proud I was with the new leadership team. We have old people at big age. I meant the people who have a seniority. They're senior. Well, okay, it's not great. But anyways, people who've been part of our team for a long time, and also people who are new to our leadership team. And possibly working together, putting their heads together, brainstorming. I was just so impressed, and I'm so excited because I mean, with these people here, the 2020 leadership team, I think we're gonna have a great time. And to make our chapter work, we actually have over 30 events a year and speakers, and also we need over 20 committees and task forces in order to make this chapter work. So we are really here, and we would love to have more people to be part of our community, because we do need every single person to be involved and to help out. And also, we will continue to work with our chapter missions that we have for many years. The mission, it says that to advance the professionalism in our industry through market leadership, superior education, and networking, and to ensure the financial success of our members by optimizing their value to the commercial real estate industry. As we transition into 2020, our plan is to be inspiring and welcoming by being the most collaborative, recognized leaders, and the high standard of the commercial real estate industry. That's why I'm very excited that we have this group of people, and then we're gonna be joining forces with a lot of different organizations. And also, we had restructured our sponsorship packages earlier this year because we want to give more benefits and exposure to our sponsors. Did I speak for 10 to 12 minutes? I think I went over, but who cares, right? I know I'm supposed to be short, but I will close right now. So in closing, I just want to make mention of a famous quote by Winston Churchill. He said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." Just like what I've been telling my children, we're not here to work just to make money, to buy stuff, buy toys, but we are here to make a purpose of our lives. This is who we are as CCIMs, and we know that the more we give of ourselves, the more we're likely to receive and have a bigger purpose of life, so that we can continue to make a difference in our industry and also in our community. And last, I want to welcome all of you to join us as members and also sponsors to witness the breadth of our knowledge, the knowledge and also experience of our community here. And remember, our plan is to be inspiring, welcoming, and collaborating. And the presidency is just a title, and it is all of your effort to make this 2020 a fulfilling year. Thank you so much.